This is This I Believe, lesson number 10. And for this week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting ready to write our own This I Believe. So I'm going to take you through I'll show you some examples of past fifth grade students. I've covered the names because I don't ever like to share without asking their permission, and I'm not able to ask their permission at this time. And then we'll kind of go through a list of things you need to make sure you include in your This I Believe essay. And I'll give you a planner sheet to help you set up your This I Believe if you want to use it, and then the rubric so you can see how I'm going to be grading it and what kinds of things I'll be expecting. All right, so this is an example from a couple years ago, and we notice we start with This I Believe. I believe in positivity. Positivity is a good feeling that makes you confident and happy. In addition, positivity makes others around you happy too. Positivity is important to me because it gets me through hard times. Positivity is one of the great values that I strongly believe in. In the early part of fifth grade on a weekend, my basketball team, the She Devils, were going against a very competitive team, the Monarch Coyotes. When I found out my team was playing this team, I lost my positivity and became very negative because I thought we were going to lose. When we began to play the Coyotes, I was very negative, especially since my best friend was on that team, which made me angry to lose to her. In the game, I was not doing my best because I thought it wasn't worth it. My coach must have seen I was upset because when I came back to the bench after a quarter of the game, my coach told me she wanted to talk to me. She told me I should be more confident in myself and that I am a great basketball player. Also, she told me that I am starting to make others on the team more negative about the game, too. I really didn't want others to feel how I felt, so I was determined to become more positive. I ended up scoring a basket for the team, but we still lost. I was okay with it though, because I was proud of my team and for how good we did. I didn't even think about the negative things about the game. I just thought of the positive things, and that made me happy. In December of 2014, my mom was injured and had to go to the hospital. My mom was getting Christmas decorations at home and she fell, fractured her wrist, and she was impaled by a pole when she fell. At first, my sister and I had thought the pole had went through her arm, so we were pretty confident she was going to be okay. When I had found out it had went through her side, I was surprisingly still positive. I don't know how, but I just couldn't feel negative. I was really confident my mom was going to be okay. Every time I visited my mom, I made her feel more positive. She told me I was her sunshine every time I visited her. I am so glad I stayed positive. I'm also glad my mom turned out okay. Another story I have takes place in music with our music teacher, Miss Vada. We were having the Talent Share Day. Talent Share Day is where the students share different talents with the class. I wanted to sing the song White Flag by Sabrina Carpenter for the class, and I was very positive I was doing a good job, going to do great before the day of the Talent Share Day. However, on Talent Share Day, I kept changing my mind about singing for the class and kept having people share their talents before me. Eventually, Miss Vida, I'm not sure, had me sing. When I went up in front of the class, I became very positive because I knew I was a good singer. I sang my worries away. I realized only because I started to be positive is the reason I could sing in front of the class. Everyone clapped and it made me feel great. In conclusion, being positive got me through those times. Being positive is a very good trait to have, in my opinion. Additionally, being positive is very important to me. Without positivity, the world would be a negative, sad place. Being positive gives me hope. This I believe. So that's example number one. You notice they introduce their value and a little something about it. One example where their value was important in their life, a second example, and a third example, and then their conclusion. That kind of wraps it up, ending with this I believe. All right, another one that I'll share. This I believe. Have you ever needed a lot of confidence in your life? I believe in confidence. To me, confidence means to believe in yourself and that you can do anything you set your mind to. Confidence is important to me because without confidence, you'd be scared to do things. Introduction. One moment in my life I need confidence was doing soccer tryouts. I was trying out for treble. The tryouts happened before I moved here, so to get on the team I had to practice with the team. When I was in the car on the way, I was excited, but when I got there, I was left confident in myself. After I started practicing, I became confident again. I felt that I was doing pretty good during the practice. After the practice, the coach talked to me and my mom. He said that I did good. He also said that I made the team. I was proud that I made the team. Confidence helped me in that situation. So here's her situation one of confidence. Another moment in my life I needed confidence was riding my first roller coaster. I was 7 or 8 in second grade. It was the Puyallup Fair in Seattle, Washington. We had already been at the fair for a while. Right before we were about to leave, my dad asked me if I wanted to do the biggest ride there. I was not sure what to say. My mom said that I should go. I was a little nervous. Me and my dad got in line. We had been waiting in line forever, and when we got to the front of the line, I was still nervous. As I sat down in the seat, I was excited and confident that this was going to be fun. The roller coaster started to move. We were going up a hill. I became nervous. We went down the hill. I almost screamed. I was laughing the whole way down. After I got off, I told my dad I had so much fun. So her second example. Third one. The third and final story was at Great Wolf Lodge. Me and my dad had decided to go on the Howlin' Tornado. When we had gone up all the stairs, I was not nervous at all. The line was really long. When we had made it up to the top, the people in front of us were going. I saw that it was pitched black going down the slide. When the people in front went down, we heard them scream. That was when I lost confidence. We got on the inner tube and I was sitting facing backwards down the slide. We started to go down. It was super dark. Then I felt a big drop. I felt my stomach go up. It was a straight down drop and I went backwards down there. After the drop, there was a big area of the slide where we went up and down the sides of the walls. It was so much fun. After I told my dad I wanted to do it again, we did it again. In conclusion, I believe strongly in confidence. Those three stories, soccer tryouts, riding my first roller coaster, and going on the Howlin' Tornado, confidence is really important to me. This I believe. So those are a couple examples of this I believe. So we notice that in our this I believe essays, there are some things that we need to make sure that we do. All right, so this I believe we need to make sure we spell right. So in this I believe we're going to end with this I believe, just like they did in the two examples I shared. Each story has one value. So you'll notice that one of them was about confidence, one of them was about positivity. So you only have one main value. Don't pick three. Okay. You're going to have three supporting stories to go with that value. Um, your verb tense is in the past. That means you're talking about everything's already happened. Their closing paragraph tells why it's important, why the value is important. It probably includes struggles or challenges, like making the team, going on roller coasters, scary rides, challenges. um, it includes descriptive, emotional word choice, So think about the words you're using. It needs to be 5 paragraphs, and we'll talk more about that too. It needs to be organized. Sorry. Focused on one thing at a time, like one story at a time. Okay. You can use quotes or sayings, are always good. Oftentimes it has a lesson. The opening paragraph tells what the author believes in. It's told in first person, which means you're the one that's talking about yourself. And of course, we want to use transition words. Words or phrases to link paragraphs and ideas. All right, tomorrow we'll look at an outline. Maybe I'll share another This I Believe example and probably the rubric as well. All right, that should give you a good idea. Start thinking about what you want to write about.